If you grew up feeling invisible, psychology says you probably developed a skill most people never learn. When childhood feels heavy, emotionally neglectful, chaotic, or unpredictable, the brain doesn't just store pain. It adapts, it rewires. And those adaptations don't disappear when you grow up. They show up in how you think, connect, and protect yourself today. In this video, we're breaking down 5 rare psychological traits that researchers consistently find in people who endured a difficult childhood. These aren't weaknesses, they're survival patterns your brain created to keep you safe. First, you read people instantly. Psychology calls this hypervigilance. When your emotional safety wasn't guaranteed as a child, your brain learned to scan for danger. Tone shifts, facial cues, mood changes. Now you notice what others miss. It's not paranoia, it's pattern recognition your nervous system never turned off. But here's where it gets deeper. Second, you feel responsible for how others feel. Psychologists link this to emotional role reversal. If you had to manage a parent's emotions or keep the peace as a kid, your brain wired itself to prioritize everyone else's comfort. Today, you people-please, you over-explain, you feel guilty when someone's upset, even when it's not your fault. Third, calm feels uncomfortable. When chaos was normal growing up, your nervous system stayed in survival mode. Silence feels strange, stability feels temporary. You stay busy, distracted, or emotionally guarded, not because you want stress, but because stillness feels unfamiliar. Psychology calls this a dysregulated baseline. This next one might feel uncomfortable, but it's important. Fourth, you're fiercely independent, but not by choice. Research shows that when early support was inconsistent, the brain adapts by minimizing need. You handle everything alone. You don't ask for help. Relying on others feels risky. What looks like strength is actually defensive self-reliance. You didn't choose independence, you survived into it. Fifth, you understand pain deeply, but hide your own. People who endured hardship early develop what psychology calls high emotional awareness. You comfort others easily, you sense unspoken suffering, but you rarely show yours. Why? Because early on, your emotions felt inconvenient, ignored, or unsafe. So you learned to carry strength quietly. Here's what matters. Psychology is clear on this. Trauma doesn't just break people. It shapes rare insight, resilience, and empathy. But survival traits aren't personality. You're not broken for needing space. You're not cold for being independent. You're not weak for struggling to relax. You adapted, and that took intelligence. One shift that helps: start noticing when you're protecting yourself in situations that are actually safe. Ask, am I reacting to now or to then? Awareness doesn't erase the past, but it gives you choice in the present. You don't have to stay strong forever. Real healing isn't about being tougher. It's about finally feeling safe enough to soften. If you enjoy understanding how the mind works, subscribe to Next Level Mind.